Hey folks, Quillian here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. I am still on the press preview copy, and this is still our Italian game, but this represents the first time I've played the Italian game in a few days. This is the first video I've recorded after the live stream, for example, where we learned a heck of a lot of things, and hopefully we can apply a little bit more of that knowledge over here. Because I haven't played in a couple of days here, I'm going to go and do a visit of our particular holdings. It'll be a good recap, but we'll also figure out exactly what's going on. I think I'm going to start from the south and work my way north. We are currently pushing into South Africa down here. We don't have a huge army over here, just 11 divisions. Are these American troops over here? It is the United States. Volunteering a few dudes. We've got some Italian forces over here. Actually, no, they are volunteers from Nationalist Spain, but they are under our control, or I suppose they're expeditionary. So I'm going to go ahead and get them to join this battle plan down here, get us a little bit more pressure, and that is still active, so that's going to be good. Shouldn't need much babysitting, so that's those guys over here. Meanwhile, over here, we're still pushing into a handful of remaining French and British holdings. I'm willing to bet we can probably do that and pop a naval base, which would be quite handy to do. Meanwhile, Team Purple over here, you do have a front line, which is being pressured from several different angles, so that seems to be working out great. All right. Over here, these are not my guys, and this is Nationalist Spain. There's a little French exclave over here, but it's going to be cut off from supply, and hopefully they will clean that up relatively soon. Northwest, everything is looking okay. This guy here, these guys are on garrison duty. I'm wondering if I should split the North African theater into two for garrison forces versus active forces. Although, no, I think it's okay, because right now, like, we're going to need more garrison forces soon, but I think as soon as the active component is done, then I'm going to reorganize things pretty dramatically over here. I want to take a moment here, actually, to check my... Right, my colonial forces are actually police forces now. The police component isn't going to be required everywhere, but it's not going to be too bad. Here's a question. I'm thinking that I might want to give these guys the engineer company. They're not a particularly tough division setup, but the extra entrenchment may actually give them a whole heck of a lot of value. It is going to require more manpower, a little bit of infantry and support equipment, although we do have a lot of those divisions. How are we on that? We have a surplus of both. Wow, we have a big surplus of infantry equipment, which is interesting. We'll have to take a look at our production chains at some point. Oh, right, we have the police and we have the border guards. Border guards have MP... Oh, so they're just clones of one another. I may have been intending to build them differently. Oh, I think it is. Actually, the border guard is the one I think if I'm going to add an engineering company, it's going to be here. Whereas the police units, and I should give them... I should do the same thing that I did in the other game, where the border guard divisions have that rook icon. So these guys are going to be working probably more the coast, and then police divisions, which will be a little bit cheaper, will be more interested in garrisoning internally. You know, like in the middle of France, right? Their job is not to guard the coast, but to guard inside of the middle of France to reduce some resistance, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Okay, panning over to the east, we are currently in an attack against Saudi Arabia over here, which is probably going to go fine, although a bit of a losing battle there with just one of our border control people, while everything else is moving forward. We do have a relatively modest war goal over here. Okay, I'm trying to remember why we were going after Saudi Arabia. They don't have much in the way of oil, but I think it's to try to grab the remaining UK holdings over here. Also, it's worth noting, there's a pop-up over here that Germany is justifying against Yemen and Oman over here. So then they'll be in a really good place to push that, or most likely I will, since I seem to be doing all of the work there is. At some point, I definitely would like to probably make a move against Iran over here. In fact, I'm wondering about starting to justify a war goal right now. Political power kind of sucks, but it will sort of solidify a lot more oil. We only have to make a claim against one province. That really doesn't matter. I will make it on the port over here, but it makes no difference whatsoever. So we'll get a claim started over there. Meanwhile, this battle is going fine, most likely, but I think I'm going to send them some air support. The closest empty base, or the closest base here is Baghdad, which is actually quite large. I'm going to create an air wing here. We've got some close air support that I could go and assign over here. We're not going to have any fighters, but I don't think there's going to be any air resistance, so I guess I'm going to unpause now. It would be nice, I would like it if you could issue a order to something while it's still deploying, so that I don't have to do this thing where I wait here, or I go away, and when I come back, I've forgotten about this. It would be nice. It's a small thing. I mean, this push should be fine, and actually we'll probably take their capital soon, but we may as well. Oh, research just finished, and just waiting for that to tick up to 100. Bam. So we can just assign you here, do some air support. Wonderful. Okay, going back to pause. We've got a bit of a front line here between Iran and also the Soviet Union. The front line is mostly to defend against the Soviets, and in fact, I think, yeah, we've explicitly done a tiny front line there, and we're not actually guarding the Iranian border right now. That's going to be fine. Turkey is all gone. We've got a solid connection over here. Who is this? This is Legionnaires Bulgaria, so they're part of the Axis. Accent Romania as well. Fascist Axis, yep. We've got Serbia, which is fascist, but not in our faction. Not in any wars, so that's all good. Hungary, Axis, good, alright. Croatia, independent but fascist. So they might get pulled in at some point, that's going to be fine. But that's mostly going to depend on Germany doing something. Alright, and that brings us up to, well, the Mediterranean, we can confirm we've taken everything, including that very annoying Malta. And I think, I don't know why it took me so long to notice the airbase. I think the symbols, there may have been some overlap in some of the scenes here, but it seems to be quite clear now, so that was definitely a source of a lot of the bombardment, but that has been taken care of. We've got that. We've actually got a naval battle going on right now. Oh, just some submarines. Potentially some other ships are incoming in here, but a bunch of ours are as well, so there's no way we lose that battle, so that's going to be good. I guess we could go through some of these listings. Oh, we're killing some British submarines. We killed some more British submarines. We killed more British submarines. Very nice. This is... Oh, Germany losing some convoys. Although... we did go and bring in some bombardment. No. So some planes were present, but we didn't actually inflict any wounds, it looks like. I'm going to go through the rest of these. Japan lost some convoys. Okay, so there's a lot of British submarine activity that's going on in here. So we're going to see if we can't, well, actually, there's no time like the present, reassign our naval doodads around here. You guys are 3 destroyers that are just parked. So probably won't get to add that in. Or this fleet here, how are you? Oh, you're currently in combat, so I can't reorder you. So let me just wait until that combat ends one way or the other. Most likely with the subs running away, or maybe these extra people joining in. We don't know where the subs are exactly. We don't have vision over them. Okay, we've got more text to deal with, but that's okay. It'll bank that up. You can bank up for like a month or something of tech. Seriously, is this battle ever gonna battle? Oh, I think Germany, yeah, Germany declared war on Yemen. Yeah, that battle's going to disengage in a moment here. And Oman. All right. Fair enough. So we killed a sub, but lost some Japanese convoys. Killed another sub over here. Another one there. Another one over there. All right, I mean, we're definitely doing a number on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out the subs, because they shouldn't be part of the rest of my navy. And I'm wondering about splitting off the destroyers. Because part of their job, of course, is to sink ships. I'm going to split off all destroyers, but then take the destroyer fleet, split it in half, grab everyone over here, except the submarines, and split off one destroyer fleet. Merge that. There we go. Okay, so now we got our 2 battleships, our 4 heavy cruisers, our 7 light cruisers, and 21 destroyers. As it seems like a, you know, like the good main fleet, right? Which is what I'm going to call this. Main fleet, repairs on. We'll have to give you some orders momentarily. And then we've got our destroyer fleet, which are going to be sub-hunters. And in fact, if we have a... Oh, I can't give you... Damn it. We're going to have to dock all you guys to reorganize your commanders. Well, I guess I don't have to for my main fleet. So, with my main fleet, the important thing is preventing the UK or France from reestablishing a true fleet presence inside the Mediterranean. Now, I'm wondering if we want to if we want to patrol inside the Mediterranean, or in fact, if we want to start patrolling a little bit outside the Mediterranean. This is still not the world's strongest fleet. I would still be a little bit nervous about actually engaging something significant. But I think if we go search and destroy, here, here, and here, I think that might actually be quite good. Alright, so we're going to do that. Then we're going to unpause and let these fleets dock so that I can give them some commanders. So destroyer fleet. Almost certainly spotter is what we want on you. And you are going to be on patrol, not search and destroy. And while there's still a role for you here, we do have a fleet that's going to be patrolling the Western Mediterranean. So I think with my destroyers, I'm mostly going to be looking after... actually, let's cancel the Adriatic. Eastern Mediterranean. So we're going to be trying to do some hunting. And I could put you on convoy protection. Convoy escort instead. Actually, yeah, because that's literally what we're mostly interested in. So do this. Stay close to the convoys and defend them. It's relatively tight formation. Not quite as tight as search and destroy. So a little higher spotting chance, and presumably you're going to be near convoys. It hasn't been my convoys so far, it's been other people's. But I think that's going to be fine. Okay, and then finally, I want the submarines over here. And we'll just give you, I guess, one of the highest skilled people that are left over. 26. So do we feel confident about starting to hunt out here? I don't think I want to go too close to England itself, because if they have a lot of radars and things like that, they might have more intel, and I suspect that gives them a better chance of finding things. So I think we are going to start doing convoy raiding in the Iberian coast, the western approaches, and the North Atlantic Ridge. And all of these guys have auto repair turned on, so that's good. And what is this? Current engagement rule, fire at will. Do not engage. No, fire at will is fine. Okay. Air wing with no missions. What the hell is that? Oh. Oh, you can select. Oh my god! Didn't realize. That's interesting. Hang on. So we can choose our ace. And this guy is not doing anything. So let's put you in charge of fighters. And yeah, the tactical bombers are going to continue to sit idle. Alright, I'm getting happier with that. And we have a little bit of home guard over here. So this is the Italian theater. You guys are on garrison duty here. We're not currently... Oh, you guys are Marines. I'm trying to select these guys over here. So I think there's actually a gap. Yeah. Oh, you can actually see the other stripes, so that's good. So you can see where the gaps are. Oops, not quite done there. Garrison here. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll set up another garrison for everything south of Istanbul here. So yeah, you're not necessarily here for rebel busting. Well, you're partially here for rebel busting. Although it's worth noting that these are the different kind of units. I could actually swap these from border guards to police. They're actually remarkably similar. And never mind, actually, I forgot. The border guards do have the MPs. It's just the police don't have an engineering division. So in this case, I do want the engineers to be there. Okay, so that's all good. These guys are Marines. I'm going to do the thing that I was doing in my Japanese game, where I have a quote-unquote theater for Marines. I almost wrote Japan in there, and of course you're going to be top priority for reinforcements, although that's still the case, or already the case for the Marines. I don't think we have a mission for you right now. I could have you join this front, or maybe rather than join the same one, I will have you create a custom front there, and a custom offensive line there, and you go and be executing. Alright, and that leaves us France, which I think is currently looking okay. How's the resistance map mode? It's still there, but we do have troops stationed in most of these places, not any right here, right now. If we do take a look at France, we don't have any garrison orders right there because it wasn't coastal. Oh, it's actually not showing me. Okay, you do garrison down here. Interesting. So, is it because they're in separate theaters? No, I can't see the stripes over here either. Why is that? I can swear that sometimes... Oh, is it when you're setting a garrison area? Ah, it's when you're setting a garrison area that you see the other stripes. So this is just their commands. But if I hit this, I can see that, yeah, everything is accounted for. We just may not have the troops deployed in places. Okay, that's looking okay. We are lower on manpower. We are building a few more border guard units to, again, right now we're just trying to get a fairly thinly spread out presence all over the place, which I hope is okay. And then at some point we'll reorganize something more potent. Okay, with that, let's unpause kind of sort of for realsies. We could probably just punch through over here without bringing in the Marines. Liberia has capitulated. Oh, that's why I was moving into Liberia over here. Is like, that's weird. Why did we declare war on Liberia? I guess someone did, and or they were pulled into the Allies through a variety of different things. So that's our North African group over here. You guys can just pop that, and that'll simplify the front pretty considerably. Same thing over here. You guys are being attritioned. So maybe you could just, you know, move in over here. Same thing here. Do that. And yeah, you're going to do that. Excellent. And you can actually move over here instead. Quickly collapse that down. That little bit of France is still left. I might have to send a dude over that way. Anyway, you over here being attrition anyway. We'll get you to sort of spread out the supply lines a little bit. Oh, is that our Iranian claims? I bet you it is. And it is. Okay. We'll get back to you in a minute here. Right, these are some garrisons that I'd set up to make sure... Well, actually, why don't I set these guys at actual garrisons? Because I didn't actually do that. I guess this is an area in itself. I can actually see the black lines. Right, because I think this was a British port, which is why it's a separate area to start off with. That's not the most reasonable garrison. Like, are you going to move somewhere stupid, or are you going to stay on the coast? All right, you're going to stay on the coast, so I guess that's going to be fine. Okay. Done. Thank you. All right. Oh, time to set a research. Okay. Still none of it went to waste. Look at that. See? 30 days stored. So we've got 11, or up to 30 days stored. So we've got 11 in there. So we didn't lose anything. I think more doctrines would be quite good. So this is more potent submarine stuff. And if we are going to break the UK, we probably have to start doing that. Now, unlike previous versions of Hoy, we can't cut off the fuel that they need. Like, if we cut off their oil supply, that's not going to prevent their planes and ships from working. However, it will prevent them from building many more. So that might very well be extremely worthwhile. And more submarine... this improves our submarine's ability to detect things. What else we got? Convoy escorts over here. Actually, clearly the British are running a lot of submarines in the Mediterranean. I think if we could go and clean that up, that would be very, very nice as a high priority. Meanwhile, let's take a look at our air doctrines. We've got a discount available here. Close air support ability is good. Tactical bomber, strategic bombing might come in handy. More ground support bonus. Yeah, we're not really... Interception detection. Operating closer to enemy airspace becomes more likely that our fighters can intercept enemy planes before they can reach their targets. That does sound pretty good, but we're going through a lot of stuff to get there. What's the year? It's 42. Any tech we can pick up? Oh, yeah. New round of weapons over here. That's hugely valuable. Next level engineers is just more entrenchment, and I mean that is really entrenched, I will tell you that, but I don't think that's what we need right this second. We don't need the medium armor yet. Improving our anti-air seems like a pretty good idea, especially since currently we don't have air dominance in North France. So if they start trying to bomb our units, this might be handy. I don't know how much this will intercept. I don't think this helps with like intercepting bombers though. How are we in tech over here? Oh, we are... Yeah, we're where we want to be. We could go and start going down the strategic bomber route in preparation for something with England, but I don't think that's that helpful. Did we get... We did get the new level of Marines. We could get more battle cruisers. I don't think we're going to go with super battleships. I don't think that's really our role, and we can't get the next level submarine yet. How are we doing over here? We've got all that. We are researching more... more radars. Well, I guess we're going to pick up the weapons 3 so we can start manufacturing that. And actually, if I recall correctly, we have a huge stockpile of infantry weapons, right? So while this is going to hurt our production efficiency, like changeover, because we'd normally get to save some of it when we do get weapons 3. We're going to run around 2 lines, though, to do bulk upgrades. Total need 5, but you've got a bunch in the bank. Oh, is it old stuff that's in the bank over here? Yeah, it's weapons level 1. But we do have some weapons 2 banked. So what I'm wondering about is actually adding... I was going to say a second production line for fighters, but we already do that. How come? Oh, this is how much it's using, not how much it needs. Let's review our trade over here. We need a shit ton of oil, despite the fact... Well, once we get around that will help. Wow, we need a lot of oil. Maybe it's going to recalculate once we... Well, we've been in pause for a little while. I wonder if we can get... I bet you we can get some stuff over here. Iran. Yeah, it's not very efficient. So there's literally no one else we can get oil from. We got to build some more synthetic oil refineries. Also for the rubber. Okay. I had not realized we were in such dire straits over there. What is our civilian production? Right, we're mostly rebuilding a bunch of stuff. Let me go and... I'm just shoving things I don't care quite as much about down below. We're going to focus on getting these factories. Ile-de-France. How's your anti-air? Because that's not shared, right? It's 5 of 5, and you've got a radar station. Okay, and if we can get the rebellion under control, which is pretty damn high right now. Change the occupation policy. What I need to do is just get some more garrison troops in there. What do we have that's not in an army right now? And doesn't belong to another country, because it's actually just going to be annoying. Wow, we have a lot of this shit. There we go. You two. I'm going to manually place you. Oh, you're there. You're close by. But you didn't actually have a role. Interesting. But yeah, I'll put you in Ile-de-France itself. You've got the extra military police. We'll try to bring that down. I mean, we might still get bombed, but I think it's the resistance that's probably causing the most amount of problems here with the production. So, this queue. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of these. And I'm going to put one to the top. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Alright, how are we doing in Saudi Arabia? It's coming. And where are my Marines right now? What? What are you doing? Did I not tell you to join this? Maybe you still had an old mission assigned from before? I mean, we're not going to go across the sea here. Just going to give them a halt instruction. Just tap H. So they've decided to dock here instead, and then we'll see. Then I fail to actually assign them to the front? We'll see what happens. Enemy has air superiority over northern France. There you go. Now you're going to go over there. I mean, by the time you get there, it's not going to be relevant anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another front line. Yeah, right here is fine. And with a offensive line that goes here. What's the hotkey for this? X. And then there. And then there. These are my Marines. Their instructions to go along the coast. And you've got that going on. All right. Yeah, so France, how are we doing? We want our stats. So over the last 30 days, nothing's happened in northern France? No one's killed anyone? Interesting. Got some naval combat going on over here. Did we catch some more subs? Yeah, indeed we did. Yeah, it'll be good to keep trashing those guys. Make sure we've got our resources flowing a little bit better. We are getting all the deliveries we expected, right? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, big shortage of oil. So definitely grabbing Iran is going to be good. Now, that'll give us a border. How's Japan doing? Still pretty bad. Well, they may be pushing back over here. This will give us a border with the British Raj. And we can push in from there on the west. It's worth noting that in my Japanese campaign, by the time 1940 rolled around, I think is where we left things off at the end of the stream, I'd taken all the British Raj. I'd taken everything from Japan to here, and all the islands. Although, Japan's got Borneo, so I mean, they've done a couple of things here and there, I guess. Decimetric radar. So we can add more radar now. Level 2 radar. I'm going to go to the next one. we can get more radar support in northern France. That's actually going to be quite handy. So, I don't know if you need radar everywhere or the specific places you're concerned about being bombed. Although, you know, I've got a lot of ports and stuff over here, so I'd be very concerned about that. So I'll stop that for the level 2s. I will add in some level 1s over here so we can keep some vision on the coast. I mean, our production queue is still ridiculously long, but that's okay. And yeah, air superiority up here. Oh, is this active enemy fighters? We have twice as many. But they may be doing just much, much, much better than we are. And yeah, I don't know how the anti-air mechanics work. I don't know if the Hoi 4 wiki's been updated for that yet. Hoi 4 wiki. Anti-air. You know, both the anti-air of the units as well as do they really have like air warfare as an entry or something? Air warfare. Yeah, I don't know if the units shoot up or the anti-air shoots up or only if they're being directly bombed. Detection target acquisition. Once an aircrafts are detected and the number of detected aircrafts is determined, it's necessary to find out who will receive the damage resulting from a combat simulation. Oh, and I guess I'm mostly on interception, which is actually better. They'll still engage the rest. I mean, do you turn both on? Oh, I wasn't getting any air superiority at all. And secondary enemy bombers, secondarily. So I wonder if do I turn off interception? Like, I don't know if I want both of these on or not. Like, it looks like if I just have one on, they'll still shoot down the bombers at some point. Fuck it. You have all the missions. Go nuts. Did we just lose, like... Oh, yeah, because we weren't engaging the fighters before. We were only looking after the bombers. So we were dodging them, and we are losing a crap ton of fighters very, 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 very suddenly. Wow. Alright, well, since I've lost so many, just go back to focusing on interception duties for now, and avoid enemy fighters. What? Sure, we'll use you in the Raj, actually. That's probably fine. So, like, So, on the wiki page, there's not a like, for air combat, there's not a reference to there's not the word anti that shows up anywhere on there. So, they're just talking about air-to-air combat. I'll have to take a look later on. It might simply not be present. I mean, it's still early on, and fans haven't been updating the wiki. It's just what the developers have had time to do, so. Carrier efforts. Done. What do we sink here? Nice. 5 convoys. I like it. And that's just my regular battle fleet. They're not even specifically on convoy duty. It looks like we may have found some more submarines over here. Killed some more convoys with our subs. So... we could go, in a sense, I could go and stop going through national focuses right now. Because we actually are still missing some things in our government. Which is interesting to consider. Now, I don't... befriending Romania, that doesn't really matter too much because Romania is on our side right now. So really there's only 2 more significant things over here. I mean, at some point we might want to grab paratroopers, because maybe we'll use that in the invasion of the UK. But I don't think we need to rush any of these, because the air and the naval boost, carriers and battleships, I think we don't have anything to research right now. Well, carriers we're skipping. Are we? Apparently we are. And battleships, we can't do another one until 1444. Yeah, I think I'm going to bank up political power, because I think it would be nice to finally finish these, which is one of the things that's slowing us down a wee bit here and there. Alright, we're going to put a cut in here when we get back. We're going to finish... hello, Mr. Teal. What's this? Greek army? Yeah, it's not really in Greece, but... oh, there's still a victory point over there. So, we'll just ask that people push to... I don't know. Oh, not front line. Offensive line. Just push something like that. And that should get us done. And then, yeah... still have to take out Iran for their oil. And the Raj actually has some oil as well. And the other nice thing is if we can secure a connection here to Japanese territory in some fashion, we might be able to minimize how many convoys we use. We might be able to ship things in different ways. I don't know if that works with trading with partners, but I think you can ship things by land, and that would be pretty strong. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching another episode, folks, and I'll see you guys next time.